Hi there. Believe it or not, this is a serious video. This morning on Facebook, you know, your past memories come up, what happened a year ago or 3 years ago or whatever. And this morning, in my memories, this thing came up from 3 years ago. I'll try and remember to put it here. And it was a singles dance that I went to. This might be a long video. Anyway, my marriage breakup was in early 2012. And of course, I was very depressed, no confidence. I didn't have a job at that point in my life. And I moved into this one-bedroom apartment. And after about a year of sulking and basically not doing anything, I joined a local theater and I did a stage play. And that brought up my confidence. It was my very first time on stage doing a comedy play called Remember Me. And we did a few shows. And when I first joined, I thought I'd just have a few lines, but I ended up having a lot of lines, and I thought I couldn't do it because I don't have the greatest memory. But I did it, and I was very proud of myself.
Married, except for today. Have I ever given you one iota of cause for concern?
All I know is that I need you, Mary. Without you in my life, I have no reason to get up in the morning or walk in the sunshine or listen to the birds sing. Without you, I have no reason to look at the moon or the stars ever again. Because without you, nothing in my life will matter anymore.
God, you're needy!
Would you shut up?
And so, you know, I had a bit more confidence, and then I finally got a job. It was only with a temp agency through Adeco, and it was working at Procter & Gamble, 12-hour shifts. And so my confidence went up a bit more, and I was feeling good about myself. And at that point in my life, I was starting to date. I was on the dating site Plenty of Fish, and I know there's, you know, people say negative things about Plenty of Fish, but there's good people and bad people in life, just like on Plenty of Fish. And I met some very wonderful people on Plenty of Fish. Just women, no men. I'm gathering my thoughts here, folks. And at one point, 3 years ago, as of tomorrow, I noticed that there was a singles dance here in Trenton, Ontario at the local Legion. And I'd never been to one. And at that point, I knew I had to, you know, not just use the dating site Plenty of Fish, but actually get out there and give it a go. So I thought, I'll go to this singles dance. And I did. And as soon as I walked in, I felt so lonely and kind of depressed in a way. Because, you know, I'd been to dances before in the past with my first wife, Nancy. I used to disc jockey in the 80s and 90s and had lots of fun and whatever. But this time it was different walking in, and I didn't know anybody. So it was, I guess it was more uncomfortable than anything. I still had my confidence, sort of. And this one woman that was sitting beside me started talking to me, and she was dancing quite a bit. And she said, "Why aren't you dancing?" And I said, "Well, I'm not a great dancer." And she says, "That doesn't matter," which is true. Anyway, she starts talking to me, and she said, "What do you do for a living?" And at this time, I had a job. So I was kind of proud of that fact. And I said, "I work at Procter & Gamble as a temp, full-time hours, by the way." And she said to me, that's not good enough. And wherever my confidence was at that time, maybe it was like from the top to the bottom here, my confidence was about here. And it sunk to there. It just completely destroyed me. But that being said, I knew that she was in the wrong and that she was just a bitch, right? But it's still the fact that somebody said that to me, like, you're not good enough. Later on, she knew what she said had upset me, and so she apologized and said that she shouldn't judge people. And I ended up dancing with her a couple of times and had an okay night. And I even walked her to her car and gave her a hug. The funny thing about that is on Plenty of Fish, which I'm still on, off and on through the years, I still see her on Plenty of Fish, and I've been tempted to send her a message, but some people say I should, and some people say just let it go. But you know, every few months or once in a blue moon, I think of what she said to me and how just one thing that a person says to you can absolutely destroy a person. You know, I personally am very proud of where I was back in 2012. I was thinking of this last week. I was thinking back to 2012. It's like, oh my God, that person I was, compared to the person I am today. I mean, I have a great job now with McKesson, with benefits and everything, and maybe she wouldn't say that to me today, but it doesn't matter. She also mentioned, oh, I have a home and 2 cars, and I felt like saying to her, I really don't care, lady. You know, material things in the long run are meaningless to me, and even if somebody doesn't have a job, I don't care. It's the person I care about. And I see people on Facebook and elsewhere going through rough times like I did. And the other thing I want to say is, people said this to me back when I was going through the rough times, saying it'll get better. And you never really listen to it. It's like, yeah, go away. But it can get better. It doesn't matter what kind of terrible breakup you go through. Go through it. Feel the pain. I cried a lot back then, ladies and gentlemen. And in time, things will get better. You have to take care of yourself first. As much as I want somebody else in my life, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm okay with myself and being alone if I have to be. So I guess, I don't know what the point of this video is, but maybe just be careful with what you say to people. I'm sure I've said things to people that I don't even know hurt their feelings. And so yeah, that's it. That's my story, and I'm never ever going to another singles dance in my life. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.
I was wondering if maybe I could buy you dinner.
Oh, really? I like the idea.
I thought you might. What do you want to eat?
Nice juicy steak sounds good to me.
Great. I'll have, roast beef.
Damn it, now I'm buying his dinner.
So long, you two. See you again soon.
I'll be counting the minutes.
Bye-bye. It was nice meeting both of you. Mary, take care of Brian. In spite of his silly disposition, he's actually kind of cute.
Well, let's be truthful with each other. What did you really think of me?
a little disappointing.
I'm glad to hear that.
Well, I was hoping he wouldn't be so successful. And he obviously exudes that special charm. I mean, the way that young girl went after him.
At the risk of sounding like a sore winner, I hope she gets him.
Well, when Peter takes the apartment, we'll see if anything comes of it.
Peter's not getting the apartment.
Why not?
Because I do the Morgan's taxes. Bob Morgan's involved in an oil deal that's a little bit east of Flake. An anonymous phone call to the IRS about it, and he'll be stuck in an audit for the next 2 years. He's not going anywhere, neither is that apartment.
Brian, that's awful.
I know. Let that be a lesson. No one messes with Brian Hansen's woman.
You were jealous, weren't you?
Yes,
Very jealous?
very.
Good. I better get to the salmon.
I love salmon,
I know that.
but I love you even more. So you see, basically what we have here is a very solid functional union with a very beautiful woman that I'm just crazy about.
You are some guy.
At times I can be.